This is the podcast where we stand on business. We talk about God, life, overcoming, and wealth. So I'm your girl, Sky Butterfly.
Sky the Butterfly.
Sky the Butterfly. And this is my beautiful co-host, QB in the building. So we are so excited to have made it to episode 7, and we're even more excited because this is also the last episode of 2023.
Yes.
Whoa, woo. That means that we are preparing for 2024,
Yes.
and there's more in store in 24.
Absolutely.
Come on now.
Come on, rapper.
Okay, you feel me. So today we just want to talk a little bit about the concept and the idea of letting go. Letting go.
Yeah.
The when, the why, and the how.
Yeah.
The when, because it's, it's easy to just be like, let go. But when do I let go? Why?
I gotta let go.
I gotta let go. Why should I let go?
Right.
And really, truthfully, honestly, how?
Right.
How do I do it? So when you think about letting go, now I'm gonna just say this. I immediately think about the movie Frozen. Do you remember that movie?
I do.
Frozen. It was one of the most popular movies of its time, and the main character, Elsa, she sung this song called Let It Go. Let it go. I'm not about to sing it. I'm gonna let that go.
Sing a little bit.
I definitely won't. But the chorus said, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage in. The cold never bothered me anyway. Let it go. So what does letting go, what does that look like?
To me, letting go is just not worrying about that thing. Letting go means to put it behind you. Or not even behind you, act like it don't even exist anymore. Letting go things that doesn't serve your life any purpose, that doesn't motivate you, that doesn't encourage you, that doesn't feed you, feed your life positivity. Just let it go. That's what it means to me. Yeah.
Is that easy for you?
Sometimes it can be easy, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes it can be easy. Most of the time it's not.
Most of the time it's not.
Most of the time it's not, because it's so, the things that are not easy, it's like a process, and the things that are easy to let go, you do it without a problem. There's no rehearsing or telling yourself, oh, this doesn't serve me any purpose. It's so easy to just say, oh, I don't care about that.
Right.
But the things that you care about, that you have to let go, that's hard.
Yeah.
That's really hard.
Yeah, letting go. It's not, I don't do really well with letting go.
Yeah.
I hold on for dear life. I hold on for dear life. I mean, I'm sitting in my apartment and I'm looking around, and I feel like, oh my gosh, I need a larger space. I need more space. But I need more space because I have a hard time of letting go of stuff. Letting go of things. And it's things that, honestly, if I'm being honest, I haven't touched. Clothes I have not worn. Shoes I have not. Heels. Heels?
Girl, I refuse to give away my shoes. I refuse.
You refuse? See, that's what I'm saying. I hold on to so many things because many of them they're worth something.
Yeah.
They're still in good working condition.
Yeah.
But I'm not using them.
Right.
I'm not using them, and they are taking up space, and they're crowding my space. But I mean, I'm not letting go. For number one, I'm not throwing it away.
Right.
Number two, the thought of giving it to somebody else might sound a bit selfish. So we're going to pin that right there. Okay, it sounds selfish. But the thought of somebody else enjoying what I could be enjoying, even if I'm not enjoying it right now, it's hard to let go of. And let's be honest, I can translate that to a lot of things. Let him go. And somebody else enjoy the fruits of this labor. Okay,
That's so
letting
true.
go. It's true. Like, you think about things like that because I think when it comes to letting go, it's so many things that you could let go of, right?
Mm-hmm.
So before we get into that, letting go. When you talk about letting go, I think there's an implication here. The implication is that you're holding on to something.
Yeah.
Because if something's holding on to you, there's no need for you to let go.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, there's a need for you to break free.
Right.
But for you to let go means you're holding on.
Mm-hmm.
So you are being held accountable for anything that's in your life right now that should not be there because you are not letting go. You're holding on.
Let me tell you. Let me tell them.
Okay.
So when we do these topics, right, we come together and we think of topics or we, see what's relevant for today and we come up with these topics. When we came across this topic, let me tell you, my heart dropped because I find that every time that we record, it's like it's either a revelation, confirmation, or it's something, right? And it's like letting go of things for me, and this is the season of letting go, right? Before the end of the year, before the new year, this is a season. So this is like real time for me.
Yeah.
And I am in the midst of letting things go. And not only things, people. And when I tell you that it is hard.
Yeah.
It is hard. And like you just said, it's not them that's holding on to me. It's me holding on to them. And the reason that is because of history.
Yeah.
A lot of times we hold on to things because like them shoes. I got history with them Jones.
Yes. It's familiarity.
Yes.
It's familiar to me.
Yes.
And with history and familiarity comes comfortability.
Man.
You become comfortable with it. Growing up, I'm a bit older than she is. But like Charlie Brown, you got Charlie Brown and you got what is his name? Linus or Lionel? Well, yeah, and this whole blanket thing and carrying around this blanket. And, you've seen children at times who had their blankie or their favorite bunny. And it's like, disgusting. It's saliva and slobber on it from years and it's dirt from dragging. It hasn't been washed, but it's so comforting. And they just can't let it go. Or even like a pacifier.
Yeah.
For a child. It's like you're not a baby anymore. You're looking to be pacified.
Right.
And you should be past that stage. But it's something so comforting about it. And you will see a kid straight up flip out.
Man.
About a passy.
Yeah.
I remember my friend's granddaughter and her and that passy. Like, I remember her mom having to go to the drugstore in the middle of the night to buy another one because I cannot move on with life without it.
Jesus.
And to let go, not only did it disturb her peace, but it disturbed everybody else's peace. And herein lies a point where some people become enablers of you to stay in things and stay attached to things that you need to let go of.
Right.
But they don't want to have to deal with the aftermath themselves of you letting go.
Right.
So I'll keep feeding you this relationship. I'll keep feeding you what you don't really want, what you want, but you don't need.
Yeah.
Because it makes for a peaceful situation in my life.
Wow.
And really, sometimes that might be why we also have fear of letting go. And
say, we try to avoid conflict.
Yeah. And I feel like this person needs me. So I'll stay attached. And I won't let go. Because I'm their pacifier.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang.
I don't want to be nobody's pacifier, okay?
Sheesh, letting go. So why don't we let go? And why do we fear? Because like you said, the history, the familiarity of it, the comfortability of it, the fear of letting go.
Yeah.
Man, there's this exercise that people often do in like team building exercises and all those things where they're like, there's one person that stands in front of the other with their back to them and they have to like fall back.
Like a trust fall.
A trust fall.
Okay.
And you have to fall back and trust that this person is capable and willing. And you might be willing, but you might not be capable of catching it.
Right.
But I have to trust that. And in that trust, I have to let go control.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times there's a fear of losing control. Mm-hmm. Which causes us to hold on even tighter, because the moment I let go, I no longer have control.
Right.
And I think that then translates to our decision making in life and even our relationship with God.
Yeah.
I don't let go a lot of things because really, God, I'm not really ready for you to control my life for real.
Right.
I want you to consult my life. Let me come to you for advice from time to time. Let me pray to you. What you think about this? But let me make the final decision. Right. Let me have the control. Right. I don't want to let go of that.
Right. And then we have the fear of what's on the other side of letting go. Mm-hmm. Like, if I let this go, what's next?
Yeah.
You know, like, is the thing that I let go, is that going to be a mistake? Mm-hmm. Am I going to rethink that, you know, over and over? Mm-hmm. Am I going to be able to continue living my life? Meaning, like, there's a place that me and this person went a lot of times when we were together. Now that I let, this person go, can I still go to that place and be okay?
Right.
You know, like, am I going to have to avoid those patterns in which we both consume together because I let them go? Or even when it comes down to a thing, like, am I gonna drive a better car, or am I gonna get another car if I let this car go?
Right.
So it's ooh, jeez.
Right. The fear of the unknown. What's on the other side? Can I recover? Can I really recover from letting go? My grief that I've been holding on to has given me some kind of purpose.
Yeah.
Because I found that sometimes the anger towards certain things and people, bitterness, all of those things that are unhealthy for us, we can find ourselves looking forward to, I know that's going to meet me in the morning.
Yep.
I know that's still going to be there. I don't know if joy comes in the morning for real. But I know if I hold on to this, I'll still at least have some feeling. Yeah. I'll have the feeling of anger. I'll have the feeling of bitterness. I don't know. I don't have enough faith to believe that joy is actually coming. So let me hold on to my anger with my sister. Let me hold on to the anger, because I know that. And I know it's one thing about it. That joint faithful. Depression, faithful. Bitterness, faithful. Like, joy be coming and going. Joy be coming and going. You know what I'm saying? But the things that really aren't good for us, be faithful. That thing be persistent. Like, I won't leave you.
Yeah, and we get comfortable in that.
Yeah, we do. And so the letting go, it's like I said, it's amazing to me when you have to take accountability for that, trauma that you won't let go of. Yeah. And that is hindering you from having healthy attachments, healthy relationships, from having success in, marriage or in friendships. That the toxicity of yesterday, the trauma of yesterday. And it's because we become so attached and comfortable, and like you were saying, the fear of the unknown, that we choose not to let go. And I saw a meme before. I'm sure you've seen it. I'm sure you all have seen it. It is such a powerful illustration, and it's a rope, and there's 3 frames. It says sometimes holding on, and you see these 3 frames of this rope, and the person's hand is holding on, but their hand is like turning red and blue just from squeezing so tight. And it says sometimes holding on does more damage than letting go. And I think that is such a powerful illustration and statement. You holding on. I saw this other quote that says, sometimes we have to let go of what's killing us, even if it's killing us to let go.
Yeah.
Yo, that is deep. Sometimes we have to let go of what's killing us, even though it's killing us.
To let go.
To let go.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And I don't say that like I'm using God's name in vain, but God help us.
Yes.
Because I know for a fact this thing is killing me.
Mm-hmm.
This thing is destroying my esteem. It's destroying my reputation.
Mm-hmm.
It's destroying my thought life. I don't get good rest. It's killing me.
Yeah.
But when I think about letting it go, it kills me.
Yeah.
To think about losing what's killing me. What? Man.
Yeah.
Man, come on. How? This is the when, the why, and the how. Because it's like I'm gonna die either way.
Mm-hmm.
Something's going to die either way.
Right.
But if I die now, if I die to this, I live through this.
Yes.
But if I let this live, I'll never see my way out of it.
Never.
Dang it.
And you miss out on purpose.
Yo.
You miss out on purpose because you held on to this thing for so long.
Man.
For so long.
And that thing, like I said, it can be something tangible, but it can be something that's just a thought.
Oh yeah.
It can be the way you think, the way you see yourself, or something. It just holding on to an experience, and it kills me to let go, but to hold on,
yeah,
I die. Like my dreams die.
Absolutely.
I never see Canaan. I never see Promised Land.
Jesus.
Because I'm still holding on to Egypt. I'm still holding on to Egypt. Staying in Egypt was killing me. And for those of you who don't know, I'm making reference to, the Israelites and the passage in the Bible where the Israelites were enslaved in Egypt, and Moses was sent as a deliverer to bring them out of Egypt to take them into promise. But so their journey was so crazy getting there.
So long.
It took so long because they constantly kept finding themselves saying, man, I'm going to die trying to get to life. I'd rather stay back there better go back to Egypt where we were enslaved and we were being whipped and all of those things. And I had a slave mindset.
And that was their comfortability.
But it was comfortable there. I knew where my meals was coming from.
Yeah.
I knew how I was going to eat. I knew there was going to be a roof over my head when I was in Egypt. I knew that for as long as I stayed on this job, it was a guaranteed paycheck. And God is calling me to entrepreneurship, or God is calling me to step out and move to, another city, another state, another position. But I know this one, and this comes with some guarantees. Jesus. And I'd rather stay there, though I'm stressed out and underpaid. Yeah. I'd rather stay there in Egypt. Because it's comfortable. Or now that I'm out of it, I left it. I had enough faith to leave it, and I'm on my way. But man, I've been working at this entrepreneurial, path for 3 years now, and I still don't have enough to pay. I still am in debt. I'm still stressed out. Maybe I need to go apply for a job. But this is a season to let go. Sheesh. Letting go. So what are some things to let go of? 2024. What are some things?
That no good man.
Oh. Well, what if he did though?
I know. Some things that to let go.
But to your point, what unhealthy relationships.
Absolutely.
Man, woman, friend,
unhealthy
relationship.
I feel like anything that doesn't serve your purpose. I'll put it like this. Anything that constantly take from you and not pour back into you, let it go. Let it go. Because there's no growth. Yeah. There's no fuel to keep going. What's the purpose of being in a situation where, and that's with anything, anybody, friendship, relationship, family. Yeah. Let's just talk about it. Like, let go of those toxic relationships, especially when it doesn't serve you any purpose. if it doesn't fuel you to keep going, if it doesn't motivate you, encourage you, and they just want to take, there's no purpose.
Now, see, here I come with the rubber against the road, because I would add to that and say you have to see God and use discernment. Absolutely. Because there are some people whose only purpose in your life is for you to pour out into them, and you will never get anything from them. And you can't discard those people if they've been assigned to your life, right? And I just started thinking about, when you were talking, honestly, I started seeing a vacuum. I don't get anything out of a vacuum cleaner. Its whole purpose is to suck up and to remove and to take away. And then I empty it out, and then I use it again to suck up and to remove it. It doesn't give me anything in that sense. And I think there are some people in our lives who we might look at it and be like, listen, all you doing is taking from me. And so you got to go. You serve no purpose. But I want to encourage you to seek God. Absolutely. And to use discernment and to use wisdom, because there are going to be some people in your life that God has assigned to you for you to do nothing but to pour out and for you to get filled up somewhere else. And it's almost like a pastor to a certain extent who's been, put in charge of a flock. Most pastors to this day find themselves having pastors because they're constantly pouring out to a flock. And then they need somebody to pour it back into them.
Absolutely.
So with that, of course, when God tells you and shows you, you need to, let those people go. Definitely do that.
I believe that that's very important because you have to. And it goes with knowing the seasons, because some seasons are not meant for people to take from you, and vice versa. Some seasons are not meant for you to give out. However, you have to learn and discern the when and the why, because there are people who that have the capacity to give and just won't, that refuse to. Yeah. So those are the people that I'm talking about. Let go. Yeah. When I know that you have the capacity to give back what I give you, oh yeah, buddy, time is up. And I know, and you refuse to. Right. It only tells me that you no longer want to be here. And I'm not talking about just relationships. I'm just talking about period. You no longer want to be here. You no longer serve any purpose in my life. You probably was just an assignment. And that's it. Yeah. Learning different seasons is very important, because a lot of the times we keep people in our lives because we feel like, again, that history thing. We have history with them. And sometimes it's the history that get us caught up, because some people come into our life only for a season and for a reason. And once that reason and that season is up, it's over. Yeah. And we keep them, and we go through a lot keeping these people in our lives, or keeping these things in our lives, not willing to let them go and not willing to move forward. And we find ourselves in predicaments where we're unhappy, where we can't, we're drained. Like, there's, what else could we do? Right. But to let go. Yeah. Because with letting go, there's other opportunities. There's other doors that's going to be open. Right. Because God is not going to open up a door. I'll take that back. God has the ability to, but I don't believe that He will open up another door for you when you haven't got rid of what you don't need. Yeah. And the other piece to that is that letting go isn't always because something's not good for us. Right. Letting go, too, is when you realize, I no longer serve purpose in your life. Yeah. My assignment, like you just said, my assignment is up. And if I stay and I keep holding on to you, you won't grow. Jesus. You won't become all that God. And this is where we need to become selfless, right? Where it's not a selfish act. I'm not going to keep you here. Because we said that letting go is you holding on. Yeah. So I'm not going to force you to stay in my life because it benefits me. Wow. When I know it no longer benefits you.
Because then how often do we become the selfish person?
Yeah.
And we're sucking all the life out of it. Because what you give me, by me keeping you around, is valid. You give me validation. You stroke my ego. And so I stayed in this relationship because you've become a project for me.
Don't make me laugh.
And you're showing me actually how good I really am. That I can fix this person up and make them into something great.
That's that ego.
No. Now God starts checking you.
Yeah.
You need to let go.
Absolutely.
Because you're hindering God from getting the glory out of their life. Because now you've gotten all the glory.
Yeah.
Because they wasn't that. They was in their mama's basement when they met me. And baby, yeah, I got them. Oh, wait. A little too personal.
Not the mama's basement.
A little too personal. But, you know, so that's it. So here's some other things you can let go of in 2024. Procrastination. All right, me too. Both hands up.
No,
Toes up. Procrastination. We can definitely afford to let go of procrastination in 2024. Excuses. Letting go of excuses in 2024.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you jump in. Worry.
Yeah. Worry,
doubt, fear,
anger,
definitely anger.
Anger will consume you.
Letting go of the way things used to be. I think that that's a good one.
That is
2024. Letting go of the way things used to be.
Yeah.
Behold, I do a new thing. Do you not see it?
Man.
That's what God says, Isaiah 43. Behold, I do a new thing. Do you not see it? It's already begun.
Yeah. And
you still holding on to the way things used to be. You gotta let go. You gotta let go. And we mentioned this in episode 5 about when Jesus was talking to his disciples, trying to prepare them for him leaving.
Yeah.
And, you know, telling them that the Holy Spirit was going to come. The Comforter is coming. They had to let go of, we were used to experiencing God in this way.
Yeah.
We were used to experiencing God walking with us and talking. I'm used to seeing you. And now I had to adjust to this new level in God.
The Holy Spirit.
The Holy Spirit. I had to adjust to now recognizing your inner voice. Recognizing when you speak. I was used to a pastor constantly just giving me a word. Pastor preaching, a pastor teaching me. And now I have to adjust. God is calling me to develop into a higher level where I have to start studying to show myself approved. I have to start reading the word on my own. I have to start hiding the word in my heart so I might not sin against. I have to get rid and let go of how it used to be.
Get rid of the old carnal mind.
Yeah,
the negative thoughts. You know?
So that is a good one. I had that on my list too. Like, you know, getting rid of negative thoughts. Getting rid of, letting go of what people said about you.
That, maybe 2025. So nah. No,
letting go of
that's
what
deep.
People said about you.
Yeah.
And how about this? Letting go of how you feel about you.
Yeah. Now that's a good one.
Because some of us think a bit too highly of ourselves. And then there are others of us who think too low of ourselves. But when you let go of how you feel about you and you embrace and hold on to what God says about you.
Oh, that's a whole nother ball game. That's a whole nother new thinking.
Because there are times where I don't feel the prettiest. Let me just be honest. I know y'all find that hard to believe, right?
I do.
But there's times I'll be like, dang, why I have to get this big behind forehead? Dang, why I have to be the one dealing with...
I know.
No, this is a 5'8" head. You know, why did I have to be the one dealing with PCOS?
Yeah.
And the side effects of it. Why did I have to? Why this is, you know, I think like that. I battle those thoughts at times. And I have to let go of that. Allow my mind to be washed and transformed and renewed. And I have to start hearing what God says about me. You are actually fearfully and wonderfully made.
Yeah.
What?
Absolutely. You are.
You are actually the apple of my eye. You are a doggone masterpiece.
Come on now.
Girl.
Come on now.
You're a masterpiece. And so I have to let go of my own thoughts. And allow God's thoughts to take over my mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
And let go. And this is when you let God. You let go. And you let God. Let go of what was said to you and let God speak.
Yes.
Let go of how you feel about you and let God feel. You know what I'm saying? Let God. Let go. And let God. Some other things. Let go of old chapters that are still half open. Whew. Old chapters that still half open. What does that look like? That back pocket. That back pocket. That one that you know, that thing that person, place, that thing that you know God told you that this no longer fits you, this no longer suits you, this is no longer beneficial to your life. And so what you do is you try to paint it different, put it in a different category, but still hold on to it. Okay, we not together no more, but we just friends. We not gonna be more than friends. We just gonna be friends.
We're just gonna be friends.
But if they weren't beneficial to you, then what's the difference now? What's the benefit now?
Right.
Okay, so the benefit now is now you're in my back pocket. So now I get to let other people in, but just in case those other people don't work out,
I call you.
You're still there.
No.
Gotta let go.
Not in 2024.
Not in 2024. We letting go of the back pocket.
Yeah, absolutely.
Letting go. The when, the why, and the how. So what does letting go require?
Ooh, letting go requires, to me, discipline.
Discipline, for
self-control.
Sure. Self-control.
Unlearning things and habits. I'll say kindness to yourself, because sometimes we can be hard on ourselves, and sometimes we take the blame. And just know that it's a process. You can't just say, wake up one morning like, yeah, I'm just gonna let this go, and then think that you're just gonna be happy. It's gonna be a process. You may grieve. You may throw a party. You know, regardless of whatever.
Remember people were doing that, like that was a thing. People were having like divorce parties.
Yeah,
that was a thing for a minute.
I always thought that was weird, but you know.
I don't know. I mean, I've never been married, so I don't know what it's like to be like. Finally. But that was really a thing for a minute.
Yeah, it was. I think it still is, though.
Is it?
It probably is. But you know, even whatever your process is, whatever you have to do to make yourself whole, then do that.
Yeah.
Definitely, I'll say stay in God. I'm gonna always say stay in God.
For sure.
Always stay in God, because that's when whatever it is, that thing or that person that you decide to let go, God is going to fill that void. Nothing else is going to fill that void. God is going to fill that void. Whether it be praying, you can't pray, fast. If you can't fast, try to pray, try to fast. But consult with God, talk to God. Just be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself, be honest with God, and learn to unlearn those habits.
Yeah. I think it requires courage. Letting go requires courage and hope. You know, you have to be hopeful that there is a better you on the other side of it.
Yes.
There's a better you. And not only that, but hope that God is prepared to brace my fall. And what I mean by that is, I just think about we've seen depictions on movies and things like that, right? And when I'm talking about fall, I'm not talking about, like we talked previously about failures and things like that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about when you are hanging on to something for dear life because you feel like my life depends on me holding on to this.
Yeah.
And letting go is going to lead to a fall of some sorts. But having hope that there's a God that is there to catch me.
Yeah.
When I fall, to brace my fall, to keep me from really dying from this letting go. And we definitely have to rely fully on God and have hope.
Absolutely.
That He's faithful.
Yes.
That He's faithful. That He's faithful. And 9 times out of 10, I'm going to say 10 times out of 10, when you are being led by God, and He's leading you to let go, because that's the Holy Spirit, I think, that leads us to the letting go.
Yeah.
Because if it was up to us, most times we would never.
Yeah,
we wouldn't even consider it.
Mm-hmm.
But when God is leading you to let go, He's already providing the salve that's needed to comfort the pain that's associated with it. And we just have to trust that He's capable of healing us through the hurt. He's capable of it. So courage and hope.
Absolutely.
And I think it also requires an acknowledgement. An acknowledgement of simply that, this just isn't good for me. And it also requires that this doesn't belong to me. Sometimes we are holding on to things. You ever go to an event or something like that and, you put your coat down, you put your sweater down, it's time to go, and you're like, let me get my coat. And there's somebody with a coat that looks a lot like yours, and you pick it up. But it's something that it don't fit you right. It don't feel right. You're like, wait, hold on, this is not my jacket. But you got to put that back to get what really, and sometimes in life, we've picked up things that really didn't belong to us. And we're carrying things. It looked like that fit me, but that's not mine. We're carrying things that really don't belong to us. So our mama had an issue with our daddy, and because our mama had an issue with our daddy, our mama started speaking things over us, and you just like your no good daddy, and now we're carrying things that never belong. That was her issue, that was her pain, that was her struggle. And she put it on us, and now we're carrying all of this, and it didn't belong to me. It didn't belong to me. And so I had to acknowledge I'm carrying something that ain't mine.
Right.
Let me let this go.
Let me just put this on down.
Let me put this down. Let me let this go.
Because what?
And then there's another beautiful component to the process of letting go. Is sometimes just, letting go of the feeling that I had to carry this all by myself. That this is all on me. And when you let God in and allow God to be a support, life becomes a bit easier. A bit easier when you let go of the idea that I've always had to do things by myself. I always had to make sure I had me. Nobody else had me. I had to make sure I had me. And so now I find myself going through life with that same mentality because of fear that if I stop having my own back, nobody else will. And so I'm going to put up walls, and I'm going to put up guards, and I'm going to put all these things, and it's going to keep me from having healthy attachments, healthy relationships, all of those things. But I had to learn to let go and let God help you.
Right.
Let your sister help you.
And that's just it's not to say that it's not going to be heavy. The beauty about letting God help you is that it's going to be heavy, but God carries it. You're carrying it as well. However, He's there to carry it to the point where you don't feel it. You don't feel it. You may cry, you may hurt. However, He takes majority of the package and He holds it for you, to where that you're not gonna feel anything.
That is really good. That's really good, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because So I have in my notes, I had Matthew chapter 11, which is scripture 8:28 through 30, where he says, "Come unto me, all ye who are weary and carry heavy burdens." And he says, "Take my yoke upon you, because my yoke is easy and my burden is light." And the reality is, a 25-pound weight is a 25-pound weight, period. But depending on who picks up that weight, my God, it can feel light, or it can feel heavy. You bring in a baby and say, go pick up that weight. They probably can't even lift it up off the ground or injure themselves trying to pick it up. But you bring in a weightlifter, doggone Arnold Schwarzenegger type of dude, come in here and pick it up with no problem. Carry it with one hand. It's the same weight, but it don't feel the same depending on who's carrying it.
Absolutely.
There are so many things and experiences that you and I will go through in life that just looking at it and the reality of it, it's heavy. It's heavy. But we serve a God, who says, let me carry that for you. You still going to have to deal with this heaviness in your life. But when you got me standing there walking with you, holding you up and carrying it, it don't feel the same. It don't hit the same. So that's why when they walk away from you, when they reject you, when you have God living inside of you, it don't hit the same.
I'm telling you.
Calling me fat today don't hit the same like it did.
Seriously.
To third grade. Sky. It don't hit the same because of who's living inside of me. And who is living inside of me is a woman that's walking with God.
Absolutely.
And it's the same insult. It's the same 25-pound weight. But that thing is light to me now. It's a light thing.
And be careful. Because if they don't hit you, they gonna hit God. And you don't want to mess with God.
Like I was thinking about when you go carry your groceries in, right? There's been times when we've gone shopping and you like, you got all that? You want me to help you? I'm like, no, I got it. And I'm sitting there, bags. I got 40 fingers, a bag hanging from each of them, all kind of stuff. And she looking at me like, dude, I have a free hand. Why are you trying to carry all of that by yourself? I'm going to have to unpack those groceries. There's going to be a time where once they in their house, it's my house, my groceries. I got to unpack it. But I ain't have to carry it. There's some things that you are going to be called to unpack in your life. Experiences, traumas, things that happen to you, and emotions that you're going to have to unpack. But God never called you to carry it by yourself. He didn't. Let go. Let him carry it for you.
Let go.
Let him carry it for you. Let him. It's going to be hard enough to unpack all that stuff and then put it in place, in rightful place.
But who wants to carry it?
But who wants to carry that?
Knowing that you got God that's there, that's going to carry you and it.
Carry you and it. And he can handle it.
Absolutely.
He built for it. He's built for it.
Absolutely.
So, 2024, we're letting go. We're seeking God for direction of the wind. When is it time? It's always the right time is when God says so. It's always the right time. Seeking God, seeking the Holy Spirit, allowing the Holy Spirit to lead you and to guide you. Not finding yourself stuck like Sarah, Abraham's, Lot's wife, being stuck like Lot's wife, not Sarah, who can't let go of where she's coming from to get to where she's going and finds herself stuck in between the both of them. You know, you got to let go. The when, the why. Why? Because God says so. Why? Because it no longer suits your purpose. Why? Because it's not pushing me further. Why? Because it's holding me back. And then the how is not to do it alone. Not to do it alone. To make a conscious, to acknowledge I need to. To have the courage and faith to do it. To go to God and ask him to help me. And then to let him carry it. That's the how.
So beautiful.
So beautiful. So we'll see y'all in 2024.
Yes.
Glowing and showing that you done let go of some things and you made room for the new. You made room for the new things that God is doing for you.
And that's what matters.
Yeah,
making
you made
room for the new. Yeah.
So it's been another beautiful conversation. And it's been a great year.
Yes.
So we'll see y'all next year.
Yay.
Still glowing. Still glowing, still growing, and still going. 2024.
Yes.
Have a beautiful new year, guys.
Later.
Peace.